What's up, Zox fam? We're back with some more Sword of Convallaria. Now, we're going to be getting into the Fight Paradise event, going into everything that you need to know. So as well as the current stages for the first part that you need to complete for the story component. And then, of course, just the overview and the understanding of what you need to do to farm the event. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into the challenge stages or the story stages for this. Now, these are stages you are going to have to do, right? And these are not requiring your own units. These are going to be units given to you, and they're going to be different strategies that you have to apply to be able to beat these stages. Now, the very first one is very easy. You don't really have to go like too crazy with that one. I would say the problem that you're going to have first arise is going to be here on this third stage. So this one right here, you actually have to answer questions. And it's going to be really important that you're answering these correctly, because otherwise you will die. And it's like from like a poison debuff or something. So she's going to be asking questions. And so we're going to go ahead and start. And I'll give you guys the answers, because that's kind of the key here. You need the answers. If you don't know the translations, it's whatever. So the first one's going to be the second answer here, right? And then what happens is you both should move up at the same time, right? Now, going into our second question, this is going to be the first answer. All right. And you should also move up as well. There we go. Then the third question, which should be popping up any moment, should also be the second answer. And you should move up. There we go. And then we're on the fourth one. This one is actually a number, so you're going to be selecting the first one, which is 30. Okay. And you move up. And then lastly, number 5, this is also going to be the first one as well, right? So we're going to go ahead and select the first one, and you should be good. Now, at this point, if you get one wrong, you're fine. As long as you don't get enough wrong to kill you, which I think is about like 3, you should be good, right? So that should complete this mission. Very, very simple, very easy, nothing too complex with it, right? There's that. Now, you complete that one. The next one that you're going to have is going to be a strategic one, right? So this one's a little bit different and is going to require a little bit more as far as your just understanding and knowledge based off the conversation they're having. So this is why this is going to be a little bit tougher for maybe most people that can't exactly understand what exactly is happening. So this is going to be really, really important, right? So we're going to go ahead and start this fight. All right. Now, essentially, they are going up against each other. They have 2 different armies. Yours is this one here on the right side. And we're just going to actually auto this for at least this first component. It does the exact same layout every single time, at least for the auto. And we're just doing this until we get to the point of being able to select an option here, right? And I'll briefly like kind of tell you what exactly is happening. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, so now a conversation is actually going to take place here. And essentially they're talking about the strategy of their style and what they're going to do. So he pretty much is stating that he's going to, which he does here, he increases the defense of and the shield, I think, of the enemies. The second option is actually going to be the one that you choose. This is going to allow you to be able to break the defenses. So you're going to go ahead and select that one. And then you'll notice that your side is going to get a buff. You see he has the exclamation, they get debuffed. And so now you're going to be able to deal with them a lot easier, right? And I promise you, if you pick the first one, you will see the difference in how difficult they are, right? So right here, we're just doing some damage. We're actually doing quite well. Even though we lost one, we're okay. All right, we got our heals. Okay, cool. All right, so we should have another component coming up in a moment. So this one is going to be essentially calling in, if I'm not mistaken, I think reinforcements. Or actually, no, I'm lying. This one is actually for the AoE effect that's going to be happening. This one, you actually pick the first option. And this is so that you're able to mitigate this effect. So it's only going to be targeting one person. So we're going to select that first option. All right, so you see how they all got that buff. We're gonna actually do this because we actually need to take control at this point. Now we're gonna whip around and we'll start working on these enemies. Maybe we'll go for, it doesn't really matter, we'll go for the mage, right? Okay. And we're just gonna, like I said, just work them down some. Not going too crazy, but we're also taking our allies out of that radius so that they're not getting killed. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually move her just enough to where she's not in radius of anyone, right? Now I think it's actually locked onto the priest. So we're gonna go ahead and move the priest out. I say right here should be fine. Or actually, who is it locked onto? It's going to be locked onto someone. I think it's the priest. I honestly think it's the priest. So we're going to go ahead and move her over here. There we go. So now you should be good. No one should be able to receive any damage from that. All right. And then he's going to strike. You see it did damage to her, but it's okay because it didn't touch anyone else, which is kind of the idea here, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do our kills. And we're gonna start getting rid of some of their more powerful units. So mage, get her out of here. Sorry, I lost them. Let's go for, let's see. I guess we could technically, let's see. That's only doing a little bit of damage. So yeah, we'll go with this one just to kind of hit everyone. Because I think we have like 3 people left. All right, here we go. Oh man, we got 2. So we're gonna have to work real hard here. Now, granted, it's a little bit of RNG in this. Also, I autoed this, so you want to do it manual if you can, at least for the first run through. You never have to worry about doing it again. But coming into this next wave, they're going to actually be calling on reinforcements. At this point, you should be good though. But you want to make sure you're selecting the right reinforcements. They're going to be tanker units coming in. So you're going to want to pick the Spellblade units. And those are going to be units that actually are going to be more effective against these guys versus the first option, which is archers, which you do not want to pick. So don't pick archers. That's going to get you killed. Pick the second option here. That's going to be your best friend. And then you'll see here is the Spellblades. And we should be good. Now, they'll have to fight each other first because they're going to aggro you off rip, right? And we should be still pretty solid as far as like our Spellblade over here. No damage has actually been done to our Spellblade, so that's also another like pretty good thing here. So we're gonna go ahead, do some damage with that. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start working down these tanks because again, we're the Spellblades, so they do extra damage. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so now we're gonna go with our priest. We could do some damage and try to kill, but honestly, to keep it safe, we're just gonna go for the hill. All right. And then lastly, this should have been all 3 of the phases that you have to worry about. Now you just have to finish the fight, which should be relatively easy at this point. So we're gonna go for our other Spellblade. Let's do it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and use our first ability. And then we'll use another first ability as we're moving closer. And then we'll be able to finish up those enemies up. All right, here we go. We're gonna go and let's do some damage. Actually, no, you know what? I'm lying. We're gonna heal. Let me heal my priest. There's no need to rush. Patience is a virtue. Okay. All right, here we go. You get your turn. All right, cool. Now it's my turn. Let's see. We're gonna start working on these guys because their priest isn't healing that much, so we're not like too worried there. Now we should be able to, if we move over here, should be able to get more than one. So we're almost done with that one. And then we'll worry about that guy last after we get rid of this one. It's pretty easy to kill him. All right, we'll go ahead and heal our Spellblade. Okay. Do. Boom. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're gonna try to finish this up here. Go ahead and AoE everyone. Now, as you can see, all of our damage is Spellblade, which is okay. We're just gonna start using some S1s though. Start to work these guys down. There we go. You lost one, that's okay. Because now we're bringing in the big guns. Now our priest's gonna do her lightning bolt. All right. And then we should be able to, after this turn, getting rid of that priest and then that very last character, which we should be able to auto at that point. All right, that's one. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's just S1. All right, that's two. All right, now we should be good to go. That's pretty much the end of the fight. They lost pretty much all morale. So now we're just gonna go ahead and clean this up. And you should be golden, right? Okay. Let the priest heal. Thank you. Now, of course, this should honestly go faster for you. This is actually going really slow for me just because I autoed in the very beginning. But again, don't be me. Make it quicker for yourself and just do it manual from the beginning. And then you should be able to execute more kills a lot quicker. And like I said, as long as you pick those options, you should be good, right? You shouldn't have any issues with, you know, killing this. But at this point, it's just a matter of destroying this archer with the Spellblade. Just because of the fact that we only have one person actually that's going to be healing here or doing damage here. At least on auto, because I could just go in here and just kill the priest or kill this archer with the priest. All right, so let you do your thing. Okay, cool. Now we're just gonna finish him. There we go. All right, boom. All right, so now you should get a perfect score on this. Shouldn't be any issue. Should be done, right? And that should be the fight. Cool, 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 right? Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, this is like leading up to the entire first part. That's just part one. I'll have the next part to kind of help you guys out with that. But you are going to have different quests that are going to be accessible. Here, you're just going to be completing the stage nodes. There's going to be a couple of different things like how you complete them, etc. It's going to give you the birthday cake and as well as these can of sardines. And I'll show you, or octopus, sorry. I'll show you guys what to do with that as well. Now, real quick, what you want to go back and do, if we go back here, there's going to be this target here. You're going to click on that. This is actually where the event stages that you farm are going to be. You're going to come in here and clear as high as you possibly can. I just haven't tried like this one yet, but essentially you want to be mindful of the fact that there's a couple of factors here. There are buff units, and these buff units give you a 20% more drop rate on the resource here at hand that you're trying to farm, which is the birthday cake. So you have like Waria, you have Meisha, you got coal here. So any of these units, barrel, like any of these units that are here, including the SRs, are going to give you bonus drops, and I think their values are all about the same, right? Now, with that in mind, this means that these are going to be units you probably want to level to at least 30 so that you can get them to be able to do the skip functionality, okay? Now, you don't have to go, like if you have all of them, you don't got to do them all, but you want at least a team of 5 so that you can get the full 100% on the 2 daily bonuses, right? So we have 2 daily bonuses right now, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So you see right here, it says 720. Now, the thing is that I get 720 without the bonus. So we're going to go in here. And I don't have my bonus units up, so I'm going to actually wait. I would not advise you to do this without the bonus units, which you should have enough time without, you know, throughout the day to actually do this. But use the bonus units. That's going to give you the most bang for your buck on that. Unless it's your first time clear where it doesn't use the bonus, then don't worry about doing this without the bonus, right? So that's going to be my biggest piece of advice there. Now, the thing is that you're going to also have the shop. The shop is going to be giving you a crap ton of stuff. Some of the first things that you probably want to snag is going to be like the weapon dust, and as well as the emblem or metal dust, or liquid vials. You definitely want to grab that stuff. That's going to be really, really insane to help you power scale some of your gear, just kind of getting them more consistent. You have weapon enhancement material. You have the ascension material. You have, or path material, I should call it. And then of course you have boxes, which also give you opportunities to get get some of these pieces as well. And they have the allocated numbers. So it's 50 here, 30 here, 5. So you'll know how many you're able to get. Also, when you click on it, it'll also tell you with the respective costs. So this is EXP, for example. So yeah, this entire shop is valuable. Like every last thing in here is actually good. Like every last thing. I think after a while, certain things won't be like as needed for you to grab right away. Like these silver boxes, you know, at some point it's going to become a little bit less lucrative for you. But definitely like these rainbow, which I think these are like the tier 3s of this specific resource. You're going to want to grab that kind of stuff at some point. And then of course they have gacha currency in here, which I think they have 4 gacha pools. So that's exactly what you want to grab. You have an SSR weapon and shield or armor piece in here, and as well as a medal. So you're going to want to grab all of that stuff. So over time, throughout the duration, you should be able to collect this and you should be good. And then of course, if you're running low on gold, 50K a stack, it's kind of nice. So yeah, that's pretty much that, right? Now, outside of that, that's pretty much the event in a nutshell. The event stages themselves aren't like inherently hard. There's no real need for the event stages. It's really just how powerful your account is kind of determines how high up you can go. Now, I do want to show you one last thing, and that's going to be with the octopuses. This is going to be a resource that's going to allow you to be able to skip some of the fights that you do in the regular pieces of content, right? So let's, for example, go to, let's say, do our gear dungeon, right? We got to do gear every day. And say you want to, and actually let's do a lower one because I don't have enough stamina right now. So let's actually do this one, right? Where's the bonus at? Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're going to do bonus for, let's say 6, right? Now this is for video purposes. Obviously do the highest floor you can. But there's going to be this octopus resource. And this is going to allow you, if we click it, to be able to skip without having to dispatch characters. Right. So, yes, there is a actual resource that is going to be utilized to allow the cat to come in instead of your units to be able to clear the fight for you. As long as you have the allotted stamina, you should be able to use it. Now, with that being said, can we be seeing some more functions and, you know, things of this nature in the future? I hope so. I know you guys have been giving a lot of feedback, so we'll probably see some more things coming with that. But that's essentially that, guys. I hope that that was able to give you a really solid idea on everything. Part 1 of the event so that you would not make the same mistakes as me. But again, that's that, guys. But yeah, stay blessed and yeah, stay charged up.